Welcome back. Members of the public are invited to give their input as officials consider and receive testimony from sports and governmental entities on the Pauli Joseph Stadium, the Virgin Islands sports policy, and resolutions to honor tennis professional George Lewis and national basketball executive Milton Newton. The Committee on Culture, Historic Preservation, Youth and Recreation, which is chaired by Senator Myron D. Jackson, will be meeting at 10 a.m. on Wednesday at the Otley Legislative Hall in St. Thomas. A Virgin Islands Sports Commission and a national sports policy within the Department of Sports, Parks and Recreation that would be responsible for regulating sports, recreation, and wellness programs in the VI will also be discussed. And just a reminder for parents, students, and teachers, the Department of Education is holding a series of professional development workshops for teachers this week and will be closing schools in the St. Croix District on September 18th and all schools in the St. Thomas-St. John District on September 19th. Each district will announce the various reporting sites for teachers, administrators, and support staff who must come to work on the designated days in order to complete the professional development workshops. Again, schools in the St. Croix District will be closed on September 18th and all schools on the St. Thomas-St. John District on September 19th. VI Delegate to Congress Donna Christensen is proud to announce that Virgin Islanders and Coast Guard Lieutenant Junior grades Rebecca Seifer and Renequa Russell have recently completed aviation training at the U.S. Coast Guard Aviation Training Center in Mobile, Alabama. Christensen said Seifer and Russell are the first Virgin Islands women known to have completed U.S. Coast Guard aviation training and are now assigned to Coast Guard air stations in Miami, Florida, and Corpus Christi, Texas, respectively. Russell's parents, Aquanet Shinnery and former Senator Ronald Russell, and other family members will attend a winging ceremony at Aviation Training Center in Mobile, Alabama on September 19. Russell graduated from the U.S. Coast Guard Academy in 2012 with a Bachelor of Science in Operations, Research, and Computer Analysis. She is a graduate of the Ivana Udoracan High School on St. Thomas. Seifer also graduated from the U.S. Coast Guard Academy with the Bachelor of Science in Marine and Environmental Science and is a 2008 graduate of the Country Day School on St. Croix. Seifer's mother, Deborah Sestaro Seifer, attended her daughter's winging ceremony last month. Recently, NOAA designated 20 species of coral as being threatened, and 5 of those species exist in the U.S. Caribbean waters. Governor John P. DeYoung Jr. and Jean-Pierre Auriol, who's the acting commissioner of DPNR, returned to the territory this past weekend after attending the 32nd meeting of the United States Coral Reef Task Force in Hawaii. Co-hosted by the Department of Commerce's NOAA and the Department of Interior, the biannual meeting brings together representatives of 10 federal agencies, 7 U.S. coral reef jurisdictions, and 3 freely associated states to report on the state of coral reef ecosystems. The 32nd meeting was held from September 8th to the 13th.
And what we saw was on-the-ground efforts that are currently ongoing in terms of engaging the local partners on the ground with coral reef conservation efforts here in the territory. But we really thought it was also important for us to make sure that we met face-to-face with the high-level members of NOAA, especially following the determination of the ESA. We do recognize that it has had some impacts on our territory over the last, let's say, 5 years. And we really wanted to make sure that coming into the next phase of the ESA listing for these new additional species into the territory was fully aware of what the process is and what the next steps will be moving forward.
The Virgin Islands Territorial Management Agency, or VITEMA, will be presenting the St. Thomas and St. Croix rescue organizations with 2 new disaster response utility trailers that will support volunteer response efforts during a major emergency. That presentation will be held on Wednesday, September 17th and Friday on St. Croix as well. Each trailer costs approximately $12,000 and was purchased through a U.S. Department of Homeland Security Federal Emergency Management Agency grant dedicated to enhancing the community emergency response team the Sept program. Tune in to News 2 for details later this week. Well, 25 years have passed since September 17th and 18th, 1989, when Hurricane Hugo struck. The islands were hit hard. St. Croix was hit the hardest, with more than 90% of homes destroyed or damaged. In September 2009, TV2, CBS TV2 presented Hurricane Hugo, The Longest Night, a documentary of a collection of heartbreaking, intimate stories of those who endured the longest night and survived to tell the tale of torment, tribulation, and triumph. CBS TV2 will re-air that documentary. There's no narrator. The entire piece is told from their perspective of residents. You can catch Hurricane Hugo, The Longest Night in its entirety right here on CBS TV2 on Saturday, September 20th from 8 to 9 p.m. To promote some of the USVI's best small manufacturers that are interested in exporting their products and services to foreign buyers, the VI Economic Development Authority's State Trade and Export Promotion STEP program will be hosting the 2014 U.S. Virgin Islands International Artistry and Business Expo from September 19th to the 21st at the Mark C. Marin Center at Antilles School on St. Thomas. The expo is co-sponsored by the U.S. Small Business Administration, the federal agency that awarded more than $800,000 to the territory in grants for the STEP program to be administered by the VIEDA in the territory. This expo will feature small manufacturers who will also be exhibitors at the expo in the industries of food, gift and arts, beauty and wellness, music, jewelry, fashion, building, and industrial materials. Small manufacturers will have the opportunity to network with international buyers from throughout the Caribbean. Well, be sure to stick around. Your News 2 AccuWeather forecast is coming up next.